we're here in Anglesey doing our Tempete Blouse challenge. And what do I mean by that? Maison Fauve pattern, the Tempete Blouse. 3 ladies, 3 different levels of expertise and different body shapes as well. So there's me, the midget, Sharon, the catwalk girl,
and the old fogey.
oh, and the lovely Steph, who you all already know. So it's the Tempete Blouse. Do one of you want to give us some details off the back? Then it's not me doing all the talking. Go, Steph.
Well, the Tempete Blouse is on the face of it, looks a fairly simple make. It has pin tucks, pleats on the shoulder, pleats I should say, so it creates a nice cowl type drape. I think that the most difficult bit is going to be the cuffs, because Maison Fauve
The cuffs, Sharon.
always have some nice detail, which takes sometimes a bit of thinking about, doesn't it?
And
But it's a beautiful pattern.
Got an invisible zip at the back as well,
Yes,
which we
invisible
have not
zip.
realised, and we're really looking forward to that, aren't we?
You should have realised, because how the heck is your head going to go in there without a zip?
I don't know. I hadn't even thought about it.
No, I hadn't.
So hopefully I'll have popped some pics up while Steph was telling you about that. It comes in size European 34 up to a 52. Not sure what the English sizes are for that, so I'll pop it down below. And you can use any light to medium weight woven, I'd say.
Yeah, something nice and drapey.
With a bit of drape. But you could probably even actually do it in a viscose
jersey.
linen.
Or even a jersey, a light jersey. I
Or
reckon.
like, yeah. And if you did a jersey, you wouldn't need the invisible zip. So maybe we'll do a jersey one next time.
Okay.
Right, so we're going to show you the three, they're not free, fabrics that we've got. What fabric have you got, Sharon?
So I picked this up from Abercarn's when we went the other day, and it was to go with some material that I wanted to make some trousers from. So it's like an olive green linen viscose, is that right? So then Christine noticed this on the rack, and it had been reduced to £5 a metre. So it's fairly silky.
It's a viscose satin.
Really well. So and it would
Really?
go lovely with the
It will
trousers.
drape
So
beautifully, that.
looking forward to making this one up. But yeah, clearly don't know what I'm doing, which is why I rely on these two.
We have to rely on the expert, you see.
Sharon's already made the trousers and they look absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm
So
really pleased with them.
she's hoping to make the top today, and then we're going out for our evening meal tomorrow. So you're going to do your catwalk show in the Boathouse restaurant.
Yeah.
So my fabric is one that I got from Barcelona. You've probably seen it before. It's got a large scale fleur-de-lis pattern on it, lots of colours in. Again, it's very drapey. It's a viscose satin. And yeah, looking forward to making it.
Would you not call that a paisley? It's not.
Oh,
really.
it is. It's paisley. Why did I say that?
Fleur de lis. You say it last time you
I
showed
know.
it, yeah.
It's actually paisley. Thank you, Steph.
Okay.
Right. What have you doing yours in?
Well, this is one that I got from Barcelona when we went. It's
You did, didn't you?
Yeah,
Very nice.
and I bought it along with this peach finish. What would you call this?
I don't know.
Suede effect.
Yeah, it's like
Faux suede.
Faux suede.
Faux suede.
Teal coloured fabric. I'm going to make a pair of trousers, so I thought the two went rather well together. So that's my plan.
Very smart. So we're going to make a start. The plan is we're going to sew for about 2-3 hours, and then we're going to come back and give you a little recap where we're all up to, what we've liked and what we've not liked so far, and if we're happy with where we're up to with our fabric. What we've done, because they're all very slippery fabrics, so we're going to be using Best Press for sure and Microtex needles in our sewing machines, and hopefully we'll be able to wrangle or fall in love with our fabrics.
What's Best Press?
It's spray starch.
Why didn't I have that on when I was cutting it out?
Well, you wouldn't spray starch the whole piece of fabric.
No.
You just use it where you're sewing your seams to
Right.
stiffen it.
Because cutting out was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Lots of pins needed
Lots of
when you're cutting out slippery fabric. As long as you've got lots and lots of pins to hold everything in place, it shouldn't be too bad. It's just scary when you're
It's
doing it.
scary.
But, you know what I keep telling you, there's no fabric that you can't sew with as a beginner. You just need to understand the fabric. That's all it is.
Well, it helps having a good teacher as well.
She's got 2 teachers today, so her brain is going to be fried by the end of the day.
It's all right. I've got my disser on for later on. I'll be fine.
Right, I've got to do my interfacing, haven't I? You two are ahead of the game. So we'll see you all soon. Bye.
Bye.
Right, we've been sewing for how long? What time did we start?
I don't know.
God knows.
About 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it was something like that.
We say 11 o'clock.
Yeah, possibly.
We had half an hour break for a yummy snack. So 11:30, 12. 4 hours. We've been sewing.
But no, it's because we've been talking each other through the next steps. It's taken longer than it would do.
If you were on your own, it wouldn't take you 4 hours to get where we are. But
I think
what
I
do you
delayed
think?
things.
What do we think?
Obviously not completed
No,
yet.
Steph says she feels like she's got a bib on.
I do. I feel like I've got a bit on.
Maybe I've got to feed her a lunch then. No, we've eaten already. So we've just bobbed on to show you where we're up to. We're not going to stop, we're going to keep going, and we'll come back to you again with our finished garments. We're going to give you some little tips of our experience with this pattern so far. Now, the thing I picked up on was the back facings. It tells you to hand stitch them to the seam allowance. I've stitched in the ditch, it's just my preference, but it's an easier way of doing it for me and it's more secure. What have you learned that you would pass on to a beginner?
I was getting really dejected because when I cut the fabric out, because it's so silky, it was moving about so much, and it didn't matter how many pins I'd placed in it. When we were lining up the pleats, it was just all, it just wasn't right. It just didn't fit the pattern right. So then I ended up having to trim bits off. And then when I was coming to do the neckline, I just kept thinking it's not going to drape properly because I've had to cut some off the neckline at the top because it just wasn't lying right against the pattern piece. But actually it's turned out all right.
It does. It's fine.
So I'm pleased with that. But I think what we're having to do, because we're using the table for all of our sewing machines, Steph's got a foldable cardboard. It expands out. What's it called?
It's a cutting board. They sell them at Dunelm. They're something like they're not so much, about $12.99 or something, and they're handy because where I lived before, I didn't have room to open a cutting table out, and I can't crawl around on the floor.
Yeah.
So I used to put this on my bed, which is fine for most things. But if you're dealing with very slippery fabric, you need a very flat, stable surface.
It was great for the trousers yesterday. When I was cutting the trousers out, it was brilliant, and it just gave me an extra surface to work from, didn't it? As opposed to crawling about on the floor. But because it's folded, it's got little bumps where the folds are. So I think the next time I'm doing one, because I will make this again, I've got a couple of other pieces of material, and I do like this drape effect, this cowl effect around the neck.
Isn't it?
So I am going to do this again, but I'll make sure I'm doing it on a completely flat surface next time, and
the other thing
just try hard not to move the fabric
when you're doing Maison Fauve Patterns is just have a giggle at the translation. Because did you know we have a back bust as well as a front bust?
We do. And overlocking is called gathering, apparently.
Yeah. Gather your back seam. That foxed us for a minute.
Yeah, as a newbie, that would have really thrown me.
We couldn't figure out how we were going to gather a back seam and put an invisible zip in it as well. So we're on to our sleeves and cuffs. So we've stopped for a little breather before we get that meaty section out of the way, because if we'd carried on, by the time we'd done the cuffs and the sleeves, it'd be
pitch
dark.
Yes,
because
it's 3:30 now, so
Yes.
soon be dark. Winter
so
time in
we
England.
are going to try and finish these today.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's
we'll-
delayed. It's taken slower because you're having to stop and explain things to me as we're going along, because I've never made a blouse before. So this is all new to me. So the girls are stopping kindly just to guide me through everything. So it is taking, I feel that's,
No,
but it's
don't.
just the process.
The thing is, I said to you, it's better doing things here that you can't do on your own.
Definitely.
So that you can learn from it. So, sleeves and cuffs.
Yeah. All right. It might end up like this, just tucked in.
We're just going to have 3 designer bibs. So it'll probably be tomorrow morning when we come back now, because it's going to be dark when we finish them. But we will come back and we'll do a little catwalk and have a chat to you about our Maison Fauve Tempete Blouse experience.
Yes.
So see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Night. We're back and we've finished our Tempete blouses. We had a little bit of a roller coaster ride, didn't we? And I'm trying to remember, it's the next day now, I'm trying to remember all the traumas that we had.
Oh,
so,
putting sleeves in the wrong side.
well, I was just going to say, we'll all think of a trauma.
Oh,
so
sorry.
what was your trauma?
Yeah, putting sleeves in the wrong side so that the cuffs, the opening of the cuffs was on the inside of my arm. So that was a bit of unpicking. I think that's it, isn't it, for me?
Yeah.
Well, there was more things, I'm sure, but
There were certainly more things. We had 2 out of 3 very high-end sewing machines that refused to do buttonholes.
I'm going to say, are we talking about buttonhole gate?
Whoa! Buttonhole gate was the one thing that nearly tipped me over the edge, I can tell you.
yeah.
We could spend an hour talking about that, couldn't we?
Oh.
In fact, when we go out this evening, we're treating ourselves tonight to a meal out, and we're maybe talking about buttonholes.
No, we won't.
No, we're not. It's too traumatising.
Right, what was my trauma? I can't remember now. I did have one. What was it? I did something.
I can't remember.
I think mine was wrangling with the cuffs, because it's such floaty fabrics. I normally like, when I'm finishing the inside of the cuff off, to do stitching in the ditch and catch it in. I'm not a lover of hand stitching, am I, Steph?
No, she's not. I love hand stitching. Christine hates it.
Yeah, so that was my trauma, because the fabric was so floaty, it had a life of its own. I had to hand stitch the inside of my cuffs, which is never heard of, but I did it. Might not be the neatest, but nobody's going to see it, are they?
The thing is, these 2 had bits of trauma with the cuffs. I had an easy ride because by some kind of error I ended up miscutting my sleeve pattern and ended up with not enough. No, don't do that. Not enough fabric to do the full length sleeve, but they turned out actually exactly as how I
you would
might have
want
wanted them, because I'm not keen on cuffs that come right down to your wrist.
Whereas
So
I like,
you do like to,
yeah, I like to be warm in winter, and I
Yeah.
like my cuffs to keep.
In fact, I prefer Steph's version so much. I'm doing another blouse and
Yeah.
I'm specifically making the cuffs like that.
and it was
the-
easier
without
because
buttons.
I didn't have the buttons or it's that little bit that the sleeve opens to do you. That's where it's always a fiddle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to get that right. So I didn't even have to do that. So.
But actually, the way that the sleeves are done on this one, that is...
Oh, it is
that
easy actually.
slit there, it's probably got a very technical name, and if it has, I'll put it below because I can't remember. But that slit in the side of your sleeve is always a nightmare, and I was just thinking when we first started, that's going to be the worst thing for all of us. But it's a 2-part sleeve, and even though this was floaty fabric, it was a lot easier than that part of your sleeve all being one and having to bind all the way around. So
Yeah, because
It
it was actually put into the seam
yeah,
rather than having a separate cut. Yeah,
that's what I meant.
yeah.
So all's good.
In fact, I was just going to say, the new blouse that I'm cutting out, the tip that we gave you earlier on about making sure you're doing it on a flat surface has really worked, because the new blouse that I'm cutting out now, I've done that on a flat surface.
In floaty fabric again.
It's the silkiest fabric, possibly
More silky
even
than
thinner
that, yeah.
than this. It's still silky, but it is a lot thinner than this one. And it's actually, I think because I've made the second blouse so quickly after the first one, it's really registering with me, and I'm able to alter things as I'm doing it. So that's really good.
But the other thing as well, not only is that a silky fabric, it's a silky, unstable fabric.
Yeah.
The one you're doing now is silky, but it's stable, and it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
We felt the third tuck nearest the arm, the nearest the shoulder, the sleeve head, was perhaps a little bit too near the sleeve head.
Well, I've left mine out on the new one.
Yeah, because I have very narrow shoulders.
Now I needed that. I used that to do the adjustments. You know, I said, because of the pleats on the shoulder, I always do a narrow shoulder adjustment. So I used the pleat nearest there. Mine ended up a bit nearer.
Oh, I've got quite broad shoulders.
Yeah.
So for me, leaving that pleat out that was right next to the shoulder seam, it gives me that
more
little
room.
bit
Exactly
extra.
the opposite problem. Like you're the eighth of an inch from that to your shoulder seam, and it's still not on your shoulder bone.
No.
So for you needed exactly the opposite.
Yeah.
to
So
my
the new one, I've
problem.
just left that pleat out, and it's extended the shoulder
Yes.
a little bit more for
So
me.
there are ways of making it to make
Fitting
it fit,
issues.
make it fit using those pleats. The way that works for your shoulder shape and size.
Yeah.
So So would we make this pattern again?
Ooh, I am.
You are. Sharon is doing.
Sharon obviously is.
Sharon is doing at least once. I want to make it again for sure. I quite like to make it in a more structured fabric, just to see how this, because we all felt it needed floaty fabric to make this front hang well. But Maison Fauve have done it in a lace, and I would quite like to do it in some lace, not Maison Fauve lace, because I can't get the colour I want in their lace. So I've just thought actually that might be something I look at knitting and stitch, because we're going to Harrogate in November. Well, we're in November already, aren't we? Oh my god. Next weekend we're in Harrogate, so I'm going to be looking for lace. So if you see me and you've seen any decent lace, let me know.
The video, actually, the Maison Fauve video, they are using a more structured fabric, and it's quite easy to follow. They've put AI translation on the French thing, so and I'm following that for my second one rather than Mither and Steph and Christine, who are on with their next projects now. So I'm following the video more just to help me along a little bit. I'm remembering a lot of stuff, but just to help me along a little bit, and it's actually fairly easy to follow.
Yeah, they used to be in French and you just had to put the sound off and follow the pictures. They've now got quite a robotic voice, I thought.
Well, it's just a
but
British
in English.
AI,
It's in English, so it's easier. But when you were saying about a more structured fabric, it's actually a viscose twill that they've made that in. So maybe that's another option, because it's got structure but it's still got drape.
Is it the same pattern fabric that I made the other Maison Fauve?
I've no idea.
Yeah, the grey and lime green.
Probably.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think it is that.
Yeah.
You can see the pleats on the video a lot more, so it helps, whereas the silky, like you said when you were ironing them, it's like ironing a bubble in the silky fabric.
You're chasing a bubble around.
So are you going to make it again, Steph?
Probably the only reason I wouldn't is the fact that I have so many blouse patterns, I can't justify doing one more than once. And that's the truth.
Yeah,
I want
true.
to get
You
through
have got-
sewing patterns and find ones that I really, really love. I like it, but I'm not like madly in love with it, if you get me. So
Yeah. Whereas I absolutely love it. I genuinely do. You weren't keen on the pleats on the back as well as the front when we were making it. And I said I thought it worked.
It does work.
I think it's quite flattering for smaller bust, bigger bust. with this cowl drape
I
here.
always like a cowl.
It is quite flattering, really. I would have imagined for a lot of body shapes. So hides a multitude of sins.
Yeah. So, you know, we did it. Yes! We have done some other sewing, obviously. And if we've got time tomorrow morning before these lovely ladies leave me on my own again, we might do a little bit of a catwalk for you. So if we manage to do it, it'll be on the end of this vlog.
Yeah.
Are we up for that, girls?
Oh, yes. If I get my trousers finished.
Do you ever wake up in time?
Yeah, so we might be sewing till midnight again tonight just to get everything ready. Because, you know, we're dedicated sewists, aren't we?
Absolutely. It's been a crazy week. The weather has been frightful.
It's blowing a gale out there today.
Yeah. So it
Perfect.
hasn't dragged us away from the machines at all. We've never really gone out the house all week, have we? Which has been sewing
No.
up.
Yeah, and thanks very much to Christine for letting us
Oh,
come
yeah.
down.
you're welcome,
Yeah, we've had a
girls.
fabulous time. Marvellous hostess, as usual.
Yeah, maybe we need to find somewhere a bit different next time. Although next March we are going back.
We've got the retreat, haven't we?
Oh,
we've
the
got
retreat.
the retreat.
Organised the retreat that I did last March. These ladies didn't come with me because I just met up with a load of other vloggers. This time it's just going to be special people. Take that as you will.
We've been taste testing recipes as well, haven't we? So
Yeah, we've been testing the recipes. So if you're one of the lucky people who are coming with us, we've got some amazing meals planned. Right, we're gonna love you and leave you. Maybe there'll be a catwalk. Who knows?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Keep watching and find out. Bye.